Guys, we have breaking news once again, and this time it's not Tesla, it's not Apple, heck, it's not even Microsoft, it's to do with Nikola. And before you exit and close this video, trust me, you need to hear this. Because in this video, I want us to take a look at Nikola's recent insider trading transactions, also how Nikola planned to compete directly with the Tesla Cybertruck. And from the surface of things, it looks like General Motors will build the trucks and Nikola will place its logo on it. But that's just from a surface level. We need to dig deeper into today's breaking news. It's all happening right now in the EV world. But before we head into the breaking news, please don't forget to smash the like button, as it really helps this channel grow. And if you're new, hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with my latest stock analysis and any stock related news. So with that said, guys, I appreciate your support. I'm excited. Let's hop into today's video.
Okay, so the news just broke on Yahoo Finance and was made available to the public today on the 8th of September 2020. And right before we head into the main pointers of this incredible news, which of course has done wonders for the share price of Nikola, as you can see here, Nikola is currently up 49% in a single day of trading, which is incredible. I want us to quickly take a look at the Nikola insider transaction history, which is also available on Yahoo Finance. All you have to do is click on holders, click on insider transactions and scroll down. So on August the 21st, which is just over 2 weeks ago now, Nikola awarded Trevor Milton, Russell Mark, who is the CEO, a stock grant award of over 600,000 shares. Amazing. The directors, as you can see here, were also well taken care of. Just over 2 weeks before this incredible news was announced, they received 21,000 shares here, 21,000 shares there. You got the officer who received 300,000 shares. The CFO, the chief financial officer, also was awarded 320,000 shares. It's incredible. And of course, the stock is now up 49% today. So before we dive into the news, I just want to say a massive congratulations to Trevor Milton, the CEO, the directors, the CFO. An absolutely incredible achievement securing this deal with General Motors. And I'm sure tonight there will be a massive party going on in probably Trevor's mansion. But interestingly enough, this actually wasn't mentioned to investors and potential investors beforehand during the earnings call, which I think was last week. However, Trevor Milton did explain his reasons why in this interview, and I'm going to play his reasons why now.
Joining us now to discuss the deal is Trevor Milton, founder and executive chairman of Nikola. Trevor, always good to speak with you. I know this was a pretty big deal. Surprised it wasn't announced on the earnings call last week, but nonetheless, a good deal for you. When do those trucks start hitting the road?
Yeah, we wish we could have talked about it at the earnings. It was just the alignment was just a couple days off. So finally today we got to announce it.
So there you go, guys. He mentions that he wishes he could have mentioned it during the earnings call last week. However, the alignments were a couple of days off. I mean, these are the words of Trevor Milton. Now, I also wish that he could have mentioned it last week during the earnings call. But as he said again, the alignments were a couple of days off. Nonetheless, once again, I want to say a huge congratulations to Nikola, the directors, who received stock award grants a few weeks before this was actually announced to the public. But with that said, let's take a look at the breaking news and review the main pointers. So it says here that Nikola and GM are teaming up to take on Tesla's Cybertruck. The electric truck startup announced Tuesday it has selected GM to be its manufacturing partner. I think they made a mistake, they wrote partner, but partner for its electric pickup truck dubbed the Badger. The Badger will use GM's widely acclaimed Ultium battery technology. Additionally, Nikola will hand over $2 billion in stocks to GM, giving the automaker an 11% stake in the company. Now let's take a look at the Nikola Badger, okay? And now, to be fair, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like a normal pickup truck, but again, from an appearance point of view, it doesn't look too dissimilar to the Ford Ranger Raptor. I mean, I don't know if it's just me, guys, but take a look at the Badger and take a look. I don't know, but it does look very, very similar. And this is what I think majority of analysts and also Tesla bears misunderstand with the Cybertruck. It goes against the norm on all fronts. especially when you look at it from a design point of view. Look at it. It's completely different. It's completely innovative in every single way. But hey, this is not a Tesla video, so let's go back to the Nikola Badger. So as it stands, the Nikola Badger is available for pre-order, and there are actually two models. You have the BEV, which is the battery electric vehicle, and the starting price for that is 60 grand. And you have the FCEV, which is the fuel cell electric vehicle, and it starts at 80k. Now, the obvious difference between the two models, aside from the price, is obviously the range. The BEV has a range of 300 miles, whilst the FCEV has a range of 600 miles. So you're essentially paying an extra $20,000 for an additional 300 miles. Now, I apologize that I have to refer back to the Cybertruck, and it's simply because they are saying that this will take on the Cybertruck, right? Now, the Cybertruck's dual motor AWD model will cost you about 50 grand, okay? Let's give it, it says 49,900, but let's just call it 50 grand, which is actually 10k cheaper than the BEV Badger and covers the same range at 300 miles. And taking a look at the tri-motor AWD, which will cost you roughly, again, it's 69,900, but let's just call it 70 grand. It's actually 10k cheaper than the FCEV, but this will get you 500 plus miles. So the Cybertruck, as things currently stand, is much cheaper than the Nikola and GM's Badger. But of course, this is early stages, and things could change as technology and parts probably get cheaper. But as things currently stand, I would rather save myself 10 grand and go with the Cybertruck. But then that's just me. Now, you also have different deposit options if you plan to secure the Badger trucks. And the deposit due today is currently sitting at $5,000, which, to be honest, guys, it is a significant financial commitment, especially to me anyways. They do have a variety of options. You can do a trial package, which requires a $100 deposit. But these are the current deposit options available for the Badger as it stands right now. So back to the news article. So it reads, Nikola is one of the most innovative companies in the world. General Motors is one of the top engineering and manufacturing companies in the world. You couldn't dream of a better partnership than this, said Nikola founder and executive chairman Trevor Milton in a statement. By joining together, we get access to their validated parts for all our programs, General Motors Ultium battery technology, and a multi-billion-dollar fuel cell program ready for production. Nikola immediately gets decade of supplier and manufacturing knowledge, validated and tested production-ready EV propulsion, world-class engineering, and investor confidence. But most importantly, General Motors has a vested interest to see Nikola succeed. We made 3 promises to our stakeholders and have now fulfilled 2 out of 3 promises ahead of schedule. What an exciting announcement. Now, one thing I will say about Trevor Milton is that this guy is an incredible salesman. He actually reminds me of Jordan Belfort from The Wolf of Wall Street. But he does raise some incredible points here. I mean, General Motors, they are the OGs in the car manufacturing game. I think them and Ford. And they do boast some brilliant engineers. Also, Nikola will gain access to the General Motors battery technology and also their fuel cell program. And he is absolutely right that it will fill investors with confidence, because judging by today's price action, you can see that Nikola is currently up 50% as I'm recording this, off its Friday's lows, and continues to soar. I mean, guys, 50% in a single trading day is incredible. This is unreal. But not only did Nikola benefit from this news, General Motors also is up 9.8%. and has actually now returned to its pre-lockdown high. So this is all incredible stuff for General Motors investors and also early Nikola investors. Now, General Motors also released a statement, and it reads, added GM chairman and CEO Mary Barra said, this strategic partnership with Nikola, an industry-leading disruptor, continues the broader development of General Motors' all-new Ultium battery and Hydrotech fuel cell systems. We are growing our presence in multiple high-volume EV segments while building scale to lower battery and fuel cell costs and increase profitability. In addition, applying General Motors' electrified technology solutions to the heavy-duty class of commercial vehicles is another important step in fulfilling our vision of a zero emissions future. But well said by Mary Burrow, and I think she's absolutely right. The future is a zero emissions, and General Motors are clearly taking a step in the right direction. So, is Nikola now a buy? And before we answer that, I want to take a quick look at Nikola's financials. So currently right now, they've generated $440,000, which has resulted in a quarterly revenue growth year on year of 176.9%. They currently have $698 million sitting in cash right now on their balance sheet, and they have very little debt. They only have 4.8 million in total debt. They do have an impressive current ratio, which is sitting at 25.23, which is just mind-blowing, because if you've watched any of my previous videos, a current ratio above 1 is an indication that the total current assets exceed the total current liabilities. And this is of course important because the value of the total current assets indicates that the company will be able to fulfill their financial obligations within the next 12 months. And their current operating cash flow is sitting at minus 76.62 million. So overall, their financials aren't looking great. But remember, investors, they actually haven't got a product yet. So it is a bit of a bonus that they're still able to generate revenue. I'm sure that's of course with people's deposits, in money raised as well. So it's really good stuff for Nikola, but their financials aren't looking too great.
So once again, I want to say a huge congratulations to Trevor, the CEO and the directors at Nikola for securing an incredible deal with General Motors. I wish investors could have been made aware during the earnings call last week, but I'm sure, as you mentioned, protocol wouldn't have allowed for it. But regarding this deal, is it a game changer for Nikola? Will this revive General Motors and solidify their move into the EV sector? Should Tesla investors be worried? I'm a Tesla investor myself and I'm not really worried in the slightest, but I do think that this is a great move for Nikola and for General Motors. And look, healthy competition is a great thing for customers. Now the question is, am I going to invest in Nikola? And right now, my answer is not yet. I still want to see an actual Nikola Badger truck first. I will say that I'm no longer writing this company off. They are making some great moves. And I have actually added it to my watch list. But ultimately, guys, make sure you do your own due diligence and your own analysis before you decide to invest in any stock. I have to disclose, I'm not a financial advisor. I just love researching stocks and sharing it with you guys. All the links to help you with your investing are in the description below, including some books that I highly recommend. Plus, my broker Trading 212 will send us both a free share if you sign up using the link in the description below. So with all that said, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want more content from me. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll catch you in my next one. Peace.